So yeah, I didn't record the beginning part of this, and I'm gonna hold off on the live streams until I get a new mic because it just sounds too terrible. So anyway, right now this is the draw this in your style for marshmallow meat. So she had some cats with like a pumpkin, playing around with like a pumpkin. So I have, this is actually enhanced, or not enhanced, but they're all going to be smaller. Like these guys are going to be small. They're going to be about his size. Let's see if I can isolate that. They're going to be about his size looking at the pumpkin. But I just made them bigger so I can color them in. And then behind all of them is going to be this tiger that I drew all without any reference. I'm so excited. That's like the best tiger that I've just drawn freehand. So I'm very excited about that. Anyway, let's get into finishing these guys up. Alright, so how do I want to color this little rascal? Let's work on the let's color the other tiger first. So we'll use that same orange color and color him in. You know, coloring characters can be sort of daunting. I never really worked with color until I got the iPad Pro, because it just makes it so much easier to work in color and blend. And I was never a painter. I never painted well. Or I never had the inclination. I mean, I always thought it was beautiful. I mean, the master painters, I would draw some of their paintings because it's beautiful, but you know, it's just like being well versed in a certain weapon, and after a while it's like you just want to master that weapon instead of, you know, trying to learn a whole different weapon that's completely alien to you. And that's how painting was for me. It's just a completely different animal. But all these tigers are kind of freehand. I sort of learned the anatomy. What helped me out a lot was working on this coloring book that I just finished last week, because I had to draw a dog over and over and over again. So it's sort of, you know, it's really great. I mean, when you work on these projects and you really work on stuff for a long time, it really teaches you how to draw whatever it is. You know, it really gets that muscle memory going. And granted, I'm sure the anatomy is not perfect, but you know, I think it passes for sure. Okay, so let's get some white on him. I'm just going to select, make a layer above. That way it's just easier if I need to edit anything. Wait, let me look at the big one so I can remember the colorations. Okay. So it's sort of like, wrong color. So he has white all up here. Now I have to remember how I painted the other one. as you saw in the time lapse up until this point. I have to really nail down like some of the. I mean, I can reference the layers and the different things that I use, but I should probably just narrow it down and try to really do it the same way every time. At least for a tutorial, it'll be a little bit better if I can literally go step by step. Although, I mean, that's the thing, is I don't want to pretend like I always get everything perfect all the time, because I don't. You know, that's just not the reality of it. Like, I make mistakes and mess up, and I have to work out problems that I run into. You know, a lot of the tutorials that I watch, you know, everyone's just like perfect. Everything is so completely perfect. And I'm not, my art is not perfect like that. I need to work things out. Change things, make mistakes. You know, all of that stuff. It's normal. I feel like people should see, you know, that, you know, it's not like you just have to, artists can just like get it right the first time and like that's it. It's just, you know, because it's, I mean, I feel like it's, I mean, I guess some people are that good, but, you know, I just don't really think that's the reality. You know, it's all about problem solving, really. I love coloring tigers. Their coloring is so cool. Alright, so he's colored, pretty much. Let's color this guy in. Maybe I'll put it on the same layer. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should make them the size that they're going to be. That'll probably be easier. Alright, I'm going to pause so I can pick up the sound of my refrigerator. That way, hopefully I can edit it out later. We'll see. Okay, what was I doing? Alright, so that's the size it'll pretty much be. Should probably just keep it here. Alright. Nice bright white ears. I'm trying. Excuse me. It always happens when I start recording. All of a sudden, I can't. I get all whatever that is. Made me forget what I was going to say. Oh well, must not have been that important. I really need to practice a lot of tigers so I can get their stripes. I wish I just knew how to draw their stripes right, but they're very difficult. Because you kind of want to minimize them, or else they can kind of take over the whole face. some white. There's some white back there. He might have some. Oops. They usually have it on the inside of their leg there, so. Kind of allude to the inside of his leg. Oh, and they also have some on the inside of their arms too. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's draw some details behind here. So we'll make a layer all the way in the back, and we'll do make sure I got all of it. We'll do whites for the eyes. And we'll alpha lock those real quick, and we'll add some we'll add a little atmosphere, a little spherical shading. It'd be really awesome if you guys could give me a like. Let me know you're watching the video, if you're enjoying it. Really like doing videos like this. It got a lot easier once I started using my girlfriend's old iPhone, because then I could just airdrop the videos. Makes the process a lot better. I have to record in 720p though, because otherwise the file sizes get a little too big, and that can be I can run into some issues. It's an older phone, so it's only like 16 gigabytes, I think, which is fine because I just, in 720 it's fine. I can record for like 30 or 40 minutes, and it's only like, maybe 3 or 4 gigs, and then I just transfer it and erase it, and it works fine. Alright, pink nose. Nice pink noses. There we go. Give him some color for his teeth. Alright, looking good, looking good. Give this guy's color too. Alright, so let's add some eyeballs for them. You know what? Add the eyeballs above. Oh no, actually we can't add them. We want to add the eyeballs right in front of this layer. We'll do it the right way. Even though I kind of want the black to be That's nice. Alright, so then we'll do, let's try not completely black for now. Let's just see how that looks. I feel like you should be looking at him though, that's the only thing. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I kind of want him to be looking at him. So let me clear that. There we go. Yeah, I want him looking straight at this other little rascal. Nice. Alright, so let's put a little bit of a darker rim around the edge. I probably shouldn't be going this crazy with the eyes, but so we have the dark rim, and we'll go ahead and add the pupils in here. I'm happy with that. So we'll do the same thing with this one. Just curious little guys. Alright, we'll do just a line around the outer rim. And then we'll do the dark pupil. That looks good. Now the only thing is, do we want him looking at the pumpkin or do we want him looking at the mouse? Yeah, we'll have him looking at the pumpkin, that's fine. Okay, so what do we want to draw next? Let's draw the... Yeah, I'm going to combine them. And I'm going to select, and then I'm going to draw, then we're going to do the black, nice dark stripes. So for these guys, maybe we'll try doing Sketchmaster the whole way. So, okay, so let's try. That's actually quite nice. We'll give him some nice markings here. To get used to these different these profiles that I drew these guys in. Okay, so let's give him a little something here. Okay, give him some little whiskies. Make the outside of his ears black. Alright, so I just want to do some nice. Actually, let's select the orange. Actually, now that all of the orange is selected, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just have to be gentle with the black. and adjust it if I need to. You know what, I can just I can always erase the stripes on the legs like that. Give them some nice I guess I should figure out his tail. Where does this line work? Here, let me just make a tail for this poor guy. Both of these guys, actually. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It kind of curls back. No, I don't really like that one. I don't want to make them too, like... I just kind of like them to be sort of out of the way. Yeah, I don't really want them too much in the way. Alright, that's good. So I'm going to select this again, and I'm going to go back to our line layer, go back to our brush, make some smaller lines back here for his tail. Alright, so let's give him some love here too. Let's see. I don't like that last one. No, it's a little too much. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. I kind of like it, but still has to be somewhat tigery. I don't want to get too crazy with it. Alright, this isn't too bad. Give them some of that nice blackness where their eyes are. Give them some here too. Okay, that looks good. Give them some stripes here. That looks pretty good. Except their stripes are not always so uniform, so I'm trying to add a little bit of extra in there, just so it's not so, just so it's not so uniform. Okay, let me color in these little tails. Sorry guys. Alright, it's almost time for a little break so I can transfer these files to the computer and maybe get some water. Water. From New Jersey originally, so. One tail. Feel like that would be white under there, to be honest. Oops. Alright, I'm not going to go crazy with the details here because then I'll be doing this forever. So, I'm going to select that again. I'm going to go up here to the stripes. Did I make his black? I didn't mean to make his black. I guess his stripes are staying black, I guess. Right, and since his stripes are a little darker, I'll go a little darker with his, and then I'll add some stripes there. Good. Feeling good? Okay, so what should we do next? Let me work out this little details for the eyes. For the eyes that I didn't do yet. So, and all that is I'll make a layer above the eyes. I'll go with black, graffiti brush at 30%, and we'll do our little eye thing that we always do. Just kind of give their eyes that life. As you know, this is my favorite things to do. I'm gonna hold off on the light part because I'm gonna have light coming out of here. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's do some shading. I'd really like to match his shading. So darker color at 30%. So let's make it normal. Let's get rid of this layer. Let's make it normal at 100% and see what color I made this. And I'm going to copy that color. And I'm going to turn these layers back to where they were. Darker color. 30%. Okay. So I'm going to turn this off. So I'm going to make this layer, I'll make it right below the line layer. What is this layer? I don't know. So I'm just going to call this shadow. So we're going to take that color and we're going to put the opacity down to 30%. Then we're going to do darker color. And the reason why I changed the opacity on the layer is so I have consistency, because if I just change the opacity in the brush, then if I do brush layers, you'll see when I cross over, you'll be able to see that. But now I can put the brush at 100% because the layer is only 30% and there won't be any changes. Whereas if I were to do this, you can see that, you know, we don't want that. So that's what we want. All right. So the light is going to be coming, I think, from here. So what we want to do is select all of this, go to shadow, and it's mostly the back of him that's going to be in shadow. This is all be behind his arm. A little bit of shadow behind his head. A little bit behind his eye. And that should be pretty good, actually. So for this guy, his whole leg is a little further back. So we definitely want to get all of this back here. I wonder why that does that. That's so interesting. Alright, so we really just need the back and the parts that are not going to get hit with light. So the back of his neck is not really going to be getting hit too much. Maybe a little bit behind his eyes. Maybe a little here. But that's really about it. I think that looks good. Okay, so that's looking good for now. Alright, so I'm going to take a break and transfer this to my computer. Be right back. Be a good time for a snack break or drink break. Or you can just chill because I'm going to edit it all out and we're going to start drawing right immediately again. Right one more again.